What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thrumi, and I'm back with another deck highlight for you guys. PJ Guts came and put together another great deck that I really like. Before I show you it, guys, I want to just take a moment and say thank you for coming down to the channel. As always, I really do appreciate it, guys. So let's take a look at this this deck right here, and there you go. 2.9 elixir, meaning it's a very fast cycle deck. It features the Inferno Tower as the main defense. You have 3 legendary cards, including the Miner, which is your offensive, direct on the tower offensive attack. The Log is your defensive, rollover card that's going to just mow down the troops, back them up, and hit the tower at the same time. And you have the Princess, which plays defense primarily and then can do some nice offensive pushes. The Ice Spirit to keep the cycle going, as well as to slow some troops down. You have the Skeleton Army, which is a fantastic defensive card. I actually did a 101 episode on this recently. You guys should go check out. The Goblin Barrel, which is also a little bit more of a spammy direct to the tower damage card. And the arrows to take care of any minions, minion hordes, or anything that may need to be arrowed, such as another enemy princess as well. So like I said, 2.9, you could be cycling through this deck extremely fast, always having your Inferno Tower ready for those big tanky pushes. And PJ shared a bunch of replays with us, guys. I'm gonna watch 2 of them, starting with this one right here. This one's a fantastic battle. Very similar decks. I wouldn't say identical because they're not, but they're very similar in how they're such fast cycle. This is in tournament play, so everything is even down to level 9. And he starts over this Miner push with that Ice Spirit down the right-hand side, and his opponent plays the Miner and some gobs going in there. But he plays his Skeleton Army to play some nice defense and really protect his left-hand tower. And he gets the opponent's right-hand tower down to 1900 hit points, which is a nice first initial push. And the Princess is down to play some defense right here. With the Princess and the tower, we should see those troops going down, but they play their Log nicely, the opponent does, and he's going to get some major hit points off on this right hand tower with that Mega Minion. Mega Minion's a great utility troop in my opinion. Another Miner / Goblin Barrel push on the right hand side, and unfortunately that Ice Spirit was taken out by those arrows from the opponent, or else that Miner would have had a couple more hits on that right hand tower. And since the arrows were played, PJ feels that he has a chance of getting his Skeleton Army up to that right hand lane. Doesn't work out because the enemy has a minion horde. Now PJ knows that. Princess is played to play some defense on that Miner, which is pushing his right hand lane. So he's behind just by a few hundred points right now, and that's basically what this whole match is going to be like. It's very close the whole time, and it's an exciting round for sure. Miner Goblin Barrel played in that right-hand side as well, and the Log missed because he played the Goblin Barrel off to the right, so very smart play there by PJ, having his opponent waste 2 elixir on that Log. Skeleton Arm is going to be dropped right here to take out that Ice Golem and slow down that Mega Minion just enough with that Ice Spirit as well, so that it keeps that Mega Minion away from the tower. We have a Princess played at the bridge just to get a shot or 2 off onto that tower, so that a little bit more hit points can be taken off, along with the Log taking a few hundred, or I should say 100 off itself. And it looks like he's going to let this tower kind of go. He admitted to himself that this tower is probably going to go down, so I'm going to let it happen, play a little bit less defense, and really try to get down the right-hand tower myself. That's my mind playing out what I think he was actually thinking. Inferno Tower is played, and it's going to melt that Ice Golem right there. The Miner is on his left-hand tower, and the tower is going to work on it himself. He puts his Miner on the right-hand tower of the opponent, taking it down to 32 hit points, which is a Log roll away from a tie, taking us to overtime. And the opponent is going to basically think the same thing between that Log and those arrows. He says, I'm going to overtime with PJ, and that's how it's played. So nice play right here from the Skeleton Army. Maybe a little bit of luck, I'm not really sure, but whatever it was, it took out that Miner quickly. Now he has the Miner, the Goblin Barrel. Is the opponent going to zap? Nope, the opponent's going to arrow. So his opponent right here, having zap and arrows in the bag, is really shutting down the Goblin Barrel portion of this attack. And that's okay, because he has so many other ways that he can attack the tower with this deck. And here he goes with his Skeleton Army, which is going to be mowed down, except for that one Larry right there, by that Log. And his Miner goes in. The Princess is in right there, which is also very nice. He's going to have to play his arrows right here to take out that minion horde. Nicely done. He's going to go again with that Goblin Barrel, although it will most likely get arrowed or zapped again. So with the opponent having arrows, log, and zap, they are all anti-Goblin Barrel cards. So it makes it difficult for PJ to get anything going with that Goblin Barrel there. But he's going to keep playing it, keep cycling through his cards. His miner's in the tower, taking it down to about 600. 600 hit points because that Ice Golem got in the way right there, having the miner retarget. Skeleton Army played on the offensive miner push right there. It looks as if they messed up their arrows or something because he had that Skeleton Army coming in, which could have been arrowed. 84 hit points. It's a minor strike away from a victory, and there it is. Nice, exciting round. That one was not a mow over round. There was a battle from the start, and it was a battle until the end, into overtime. And there's one more replay that I'm going to share with you guys, and I believe it is, oh, now I'm forgetting which one it was. I believe it was this first one right over here. And here we go. This replay right here shows the dominating power behind this cycle deck, which is not what you expected of a cycle deck. You don't expect it to be so powerful and able to dominate because it doesn't have those tanky troops. It's, you know, it's all that chip damage stuff. And he's playing against a giant Sparky deck here, along with those barbarians. So it's a really heavy deck, and we're going to see how well it works out. And check it out right here, guys. The opponent does not have the elixir to take out that Goblin Barrel right over there, or he decides that he's just going for the push, but that's really a silly move because that tower's already down to 400 hit points. 534, what am I talking about? He plays his Skeleton Army on that Sparky push right there. Nicely done. And the Skeleton Army then distracts the Sparky, so the Sparky doesn't even get a chance to take out that Inferno Tower. So the Inferno Tower, along with that Skeleton Army, took out a Giant, a Sparky, and a Wizard. Nice use of the Inferno and the Skeleton Army. Good elixir advantage right there from that counter. And he has his Princess playing the right-hand lane, and she's getting one shot off, then the archers take her out. The log takes the tower down to 129 hit points, and his opponent has had very little attack on his towers as of yet. So he's going to go with another minor Goblin Barrel push up the right hand lane. It's really cool to see how he changes where that Goblin Barrel attacks. Most people will always go straight on top of the tower, but PJ does a nice job of mixing it up so that the opponent can't predict, I guess, where that Goblin Barrel is going to go. And he does a nice job distracting the Sparky with that Ice Spirit there, a 1 elixir distraction, so that the Inferno Tower doesn't get the strike, and so that it can then take out the Sparky in just a few seconds. Really nice play with that Ice Spirit, smart play. 1 minute left, we're about to go to double elixir time, and we're going to see if the opponent with that heavy deck really can get off a good push right now as it's double elixir time. And we have a Goblin Barrel, we have the miner on that tower. A log is going to be played right there. It's going to probably knock into that Sparky as well. It does, knocking it back just a little bit. And he has that Larry Army right there, guys. And that Larry Army is a great distraction for the Sparky. And here's a huge push from the opponent. He's got the Barbarians, he's got the Giant, and he's got the Sparky. How is PJ going to slow this down? And look at how the Skeleton Army dominates right here. Skeleton Army, log, and the Goblin Barrel all just jumping on that push and just tearing it apart. They didn't even get to the tower, and maybe if they did, it was only a couple of hundred hit points. So really nicely played right there by PJ. Inferno Tower played again. Ice Spirit used just to slow things down a little bit, and you had the Princess doing some splash damage from the back. Really dominated his opponent right here, and his opponent having such a heavy deck, you would expect that to not be the case, but really in the end, the opponent couldn't keep up with the cycle that PJ was able to put forth. So there you have it, guys. 2.9 elixir, a really great deck. Again, it's one that I wish I could put together, but me not having the Princess or the Miner, I really can't supplement anything for them, being that the Goblin Barrel is being used in this deck already. If there's a deck that's put together and I don't have the Miner, which I don't, I usually will swap in the Goblin Barrel, which is far from the Miner, but it's the only troop that can get directly to the tower besides the Miner. But in this case, I can't do it because the Gob Barrel is another key feature to this deck. Well, there you have it, guys. What I'd love for you guys to do is give it a shot. Let us know in the comments below how well it worked out for you and what arena you are playing it in. And guys, if you ever have a deck that you think dominates, please share it with me. You can let me know that you have something in the comments below, or you can hit me up on Twitter at Echo3, and I'll definitely get in touch with you. I love featuring your guys' decks here on the channel. It's great content for my other viewers to take a look at and really get some ideas from. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode and you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this episode and you've been here for a while, that like button is still there, and I appreciate that one as well, guys. As many of you know, I come out with content every single day, both Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. And looks like I lost it, guys. I gotta go. Take it easy. Until next time, be good.